on Trojans Live. Forget 2 points for safety. Try up to 20% because with Allstate Safe drivers with a good driving record can save up to 20% on car insurance with the Distinguished Driver Discount. And that's on top of other discounts. So don't wait. Call Los Angeles Allstate agents. Four Corners Insurance Services today. We've got Katie Fuller here, and as we said, USC, UCLA, getting it going in the Pac-12 season in women's volleyball. That's 8 o'clock tonight, Galen Center, Pac-12 Networks. And Katie, first, before we get to this match, you know, you're one of us now. We see you walking around Heritage Hall. Well, what are you up to?
I am working in the athletic department for Donna Heinel, kind of as her assistant, and going to grad school. I'm doing the post-secondary administration and student affairs program. So I should be around a lot more, at least for the next 2 years and hopefully longer.
You know, help us with the game tonight. I mean, you know, everybody's here to watch USC, UCLA. You know, give us a breakdown. Give us a breakdown of what you think happens tonight. I mean, we're Trojans here. It's a Trojan radio station, so I know that where you have to go. But give us a scouting report.
Well, both teams, I mean, coming out of preseason, this is a season opener, so there's obviously a lot of hype around that. And, I mean, it's a competitive rivalry. Everyone's good in the Pac-12, but there's just something about that UCLA game that gets everyone going and kind of fired up. So I think you can expect a really good game from everybody tonight.
You know, they got off to a great start, USC did, and they won their first 2 tournaments. Then they've hit a bump in the road. They've lost 3 of 4. And what I wanted to ask you was, obviously they lost Natalie Haglund, sort of face of the program. She was in your class, so you know you grew up with Natalie, and she was so key to what they were doing. Talk about the transition now, or explain to us the transition now that they have to make defensively because they just don't have another Natalie Haglund because they just don't grow on trees.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same the start of every year. When you lose a leader, you kind of have to develop a new kind of culture with the team. And so I think this preseason, the girls have done a good job of kind of developing that new culture without Natalie and Alexis and Sarah as well. But yeah, I think they're kind of, you know, getting into it and establishing their new leaders. I mean, you got Sammy and Haley and Hannah. You've got the whole gang. So.
You know, well, in volleyball, you know, there's so much. You obviously have to have individual talent, but the camaraderie and playing as a team, you know, makes a big difference, more than the average fan like myself would even know. You know, how long does it take to get that continuity back so the Trojans can play to the high level that they were playing early in the season?
I think that's pretty much what preseason is for, to kind of figure out who is a go-to player and who's going to step up and be a leader. So hopefully tonight we'll kind of
What's Mick Haley's MO when it comes to these kind of things? Does he use the preseason to sort of play some mind games, tinker with things, and then he's thinking towards the end of the season? How does Mick tend to handle the sort of marathon, not the sprint?
He kind of segments it into parts. So we'll do like a preseason, first round conference, second round conference, playoffs. So preseason, he'll, you know, mess around with the lineups a little bit and kind of put people in different places to see who's comfortable where, and then start of season it'll get rolling.
And how is he, you know, before the game? I mean, is he one of those coaches that gives a great locker room speech on the way out, or is he calm? You know, give us a little insight.
Well, he always comes in and then he kind of stands there for a couple of seconds to just kind of build suspense, and then he'll come out with something really positive and, you know, fires up. So
this really kicks off the SoCal BMW Crosstown Cup, which is replacing the gauntlet as the competition between USC and UCLA. As a USC player, I mean, is there anything like playing UCLA? I mean, how does that change your energy, your focus going into a match like this?
I mean, there's just always something about UCLA. I think it's because it's a lot of Southern California girls as well. So you grow up playing them in club and through high school, and so it kind of just is at that more competitive level in college. So it's still that same. You just got to beat them.
Is there trash talking? Is there trash talking?
No.
Oh.
They got to beat them, and it's they're going to have to beat them at 8 o'clock, Galen Center. So head on over, come on down. I think the first 500 students get tank tops, so you know, get the students down here, and should be fun. Thank you, Katie Fuller, for giving us a little insight into what to expect tonight. Hopefully, it's beating the Bruins. When we come back, JJ is going to give us some insight into the Pac-12, a little Pac-12 preview on Trojans Live.